We will not continue the transit of Russian gas. We will not give them the opportunity to earn additional billions on our blood. Any country in the world that could receive something cheap from Russia, in the end, tomorrow, in a month, in a year, will become dependent on the Russian Federation. This is their policy. That's why we won't transit Russian gas anymore. With express permission of the EU. The 27-nation bloc granting an exception to its Russia sanctions to avoid an energy crisis for its member state Slovakia. Slovakia's prime minister was combative, saying if anyone is going to cause enormous economic damage to the European Union, it is President Zelensky. He has called the shutoff absurd. Critics argue that Fico's visit to Moscow was unnecessary. After all, Putin agreed to sell gas to Slovakia, but the country can't get it without Ukraine's say-so.
European divisions exposed. Slovakia and Ukraine at odds over gas and NATO. Welcome to Wisdom Tales of Change, where we uncover the stories shaping our world today. In a striking turn of events, Slovakia and Ukraine find themselves at odds over two critical issues: Russian gas transit and NATO membership. Let's dive into the key developments and their implications for Europe. The gas transit dispute, Ukraine's stance. Ukraine has announced it will end the transit of Russian gas through its pipelines once the current contract expires in 2024. President Zelensky firmly stated, "We will not give Russia the opportunity to earn additional billions on our blood." This move seeks to cut off a major financial source for Russia amid the ongoing conflict. Slovakia's predicament. Slovakia, however, relies heavily on Russian gas for its energy supply, all of which comes through Ukrainian pipelines. This reliance has already secured Slovakia an EU exemption from sanctions on Russian energy. Prime Minister Robert Fico warned that Ukraine's decision could have dire economic consequences for Slovakia and Europe. Economic fallout. The halt in gas transit could disrupt energy supplies across Europe, raising costs and complicating infrastructure. Reports highlight that Russian gas remains significantly cheaper than alternatives. Fico's reaction. Fico criticized Ukraine's decision, accusing Zelensky of endangering the EU economy. In a controversial move, he visited Moscow to secure gas assurances. If anyone is going to prevent the transit of gas to Slovakia, it is President Zelensky, Fico declared. His proposal for altering gas ownership terms was swiftly dismissed by Ukraine. Ukraine's NATO bid and alleged bribery. Opposition to NATO membership. Prime Minister Fico has openly opposed Ukraine's NATO membership, describing it as destabilizing and a potential escalation of tensions with Russia. He stated bluntly, inviting Ukraine to NATO is absolutely unacceptable. Bribery allegations. Fico made explosive claims, accusing President Zelensky of offering 500 million euros of frozen Russian assets in exchange for Slovakia's support of Ukraine's NATO bid. Fico responded, "I immediately replied that never." This alleged offer has sparked controversy across Europe, further complicating the discourse on Ukraine's NATO aspirations, geopolitical dynamics and internal divisions, Slovakia's balancing act. Slovakia faces the challenge of balancing its energy needs with geopolitical realities. While it continues to provide humanitarian aid to Ukraine, it has blocked military support and NATO entry, reflecting internal political pressures and Fico's pro-Russian stance. EU disunity. This standoff underscores broader divisions within Europe. While some nations have reduced their dependence on Russian gas, others, like Slovakia, remain heavily reliant. The European Commission has shown little interest in renewing Ukraine's gas transit contract, signaling fractures in the EU's energy strategy. Ukraine's position. Ukraine remains resolute in its moral and strategic stance, even sacrificing substantial transit revenue, estimated at $800 million USD annually, to weaken Russia's financial stronghold. The bigger picture. The disputes between Slovakia and Ukraine are more than bilateral conflicts. They reflect larger geopolitical tensions over energy security, economic interdependence, and the ongoing war in Ukraine. These divisions could significantly shape Europe's energy landscape and political unity in the face of Russian aggression. Thank you for watching Wisdom Tales of Change. What are your thoughts on these developments? Will Europe overcome its divisions, or are these disputes a sign of deeper cracks in its unity? Share your views in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more in-depth analyses of global issues. Stay informed, stay inspired.